Good day, good morning, good blessings to everybody. We're going to talk about racism, the definition of racism, racism in America, and how we as human beings could deal with this. First of all, we're going to trace it to the root. Who gave birth to racism? And who really benefits from racism? Now, it's a phrase that goes around, and people use it, white privilege. First of all, what is white privilege? And second of all, is there such thing as black privilege, right? So when you're dealing with racism, you have to trace it to the root. Where did it stem from? Where did it start from? Who gave birth to it? And why, right? You look at people that's been assassinated. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, John F. Kennedy. And he's Caucasian, he's white, right? So what I'm saying is this. Racism, even though you do have people that get away with things, like you got people in the white community that get away with things, you got people in the black community that get away with things. So is there such thing as black privilege? Because you don't hear people talking about black privilege, even though you have black and white people getting away with things that the average citizen would not get away with. So are blacks privileged too? And a lot of people like to trace racism back to slavery days. And I'm not downplaying no ethnicity or group or what the black people went through, the melanated people went through as slaves. I'm not downplaying that. But at the same time, we've got to look at it this way here. It's a human issue. And let me be more specific. Wipe my legs real quick. Yeah, blacks that sold black slaves. Now, this doesn't justify the white slave owners, how they treated the blacks. So, with this racism thing, that's why a lot of us are going in a circle. It's because nobody really wants to look at the facts. Okay? Because a lot of times when it comes back to us as individuals, the role that we play to forging the gap and bringing people together. Because you got people on both sides of the fence that's willing to come together. And then you got people that's not willing to deal with it. And then you got people that's like denying it, that racism don't exist. Now, me personally, I know racism exists, but I don't go around like, oh, well, white people don't want to acknowledge that racism exists, so I'm going to act this way. No, I don't conduct myself like that because I know it's a human issue. And then you also got blacks that are racist against blacks. And you got blacks that are racist against whites. And you got whites that are racist against blacks. So dealing with this issue of racism in America, we have to identify, okay, do we want a solution? Because it seems like some people's hell-bent on continuing it on. They want to just keep on dwelling on slavery. You learn from it, yes, but you need a solution. If you don't want a solution, to me that will indicate that you just want to keep this racism alive and well. And I'm talking to you blacks and whites, right? Because I'm a human-oriented person, but at the same time, I'm not going to deny the injustices that I'm seeing go on in the black community against blacks, okay? And I'm also seeing whereas white cops kill black people for various different reasons. And some of the reasons, some of the things, certain other measures could have taken place. And what I mean by that, instead of shooting and killing the black man, they could have dealt with it differently without killing them. Then you got cases where it's like, you got black people where police, when police tell you put your hands up, you got to put your damn hands up, especially in the United States of America. Because if they feel threatened, they have the right to shoot you and kill you, right? But, and you got a man that's not armed, and you kill him, to me it's hate. That's a hate crime, right? And also, like, let's not take away from the facts that you got white people that kill whites. You know, these mass mole shootings, these mass killers. So racism traces back to a human being. So what do you say about the person that goes in the mall, which most times is white people that do that? What do you say about them? Are they not they're killing they're killing whites? So what I'm saying is a human issue, and we have to be honest. We have to come to the table and say, yes, we want this solution. We want to work towards this. because carrying on the baggage is not going to help. It's just going to create more animosity and hate. Look at the Trayvon Martin situation. He was walking through a neighborhood in a hood in like a gated community. George Zimmerman, something broke out and George Zimmerman ended up killing him. But at the same time, I have to look at that from both ways, okay? And it doesn't justify George Zimmerman shooting Trayvon, right? But Trayvon was walking through there with a hood on. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, but if you're not learning in a neighborhood, and you come through dressed a certain way. And I'm not saying they should be judging you based on how you're dressed, but sometimes, like, hey, people, like if somebody comes in my neighborhood and I've never seen them before, I'm going to check it out too. But I'm not going to be all pokey all up in the face, but I'm going to, check them out, see, hey, like, why the up her and why? I want to understand why the up there, who's this person, what they're coming in my neighborhood for. Now, in the case of Trayvon Martin, like, he was unarmed. So for George Zimmerman to go ahead and kill an unarmed black man, is that something to do with a hate crime and racism, which is tied in to me. Hate crime and racism, to me, is the same thing. You can kill somebody based on their color. Or was it a serious error of misjudgment and aggression on behalf of George Zimmerman? So we have to look at these things. We have to get a solution when we're dealing with racism, or else it just can keep on going on and on and on and on. We have to look towards a solution. Comment, subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you think about this video.